Hey Eagles, welcome back to another WMSD-TV newscast. I'm Melissa Azarito, here to showcase this week's news. Today, we will be looking at MSD's Eagle Regiment Marching Band's preparations for the new season, changes made in the nearby neighborhood Heron Bay, and a dedicated and passionate photography student. Stick around! Recently, there have been some changes with the beloved neighborhood near our school, Heron Bay. Here's Thomas Williams with the story.
Say hello to Heron Bay. Known for its quiet, suburban environment, this neighborhood is part of what makes Parkland so intertwined with nature. Or so it did. Recently, developments are being made to cut off the neighborhood's golf courses from the residents, potentially turning them into more residential and commercial districts. These golf courses are what made Heron Bay so close to nature. So what will the residents think when they hear about this?
Well, I don't like it. We moved here with the area being a golf course and not really having commercial property other than the Marriott inside of Heron Bay.
I definitely feel that commercial things should not happen in the area, but once it gets commercial, it gets busy. There's a compromise in the security around the area. I think Parkland being a family-oriented community, I would still prefer that they would do something different,
In fact, many residents seem to think that these developments will ruin what they have, taking away their once-loved suburbia. But not only do the residents feel like their quiet little neighborhood is at stake, as most residents seem to feel like their houses will also depreciate in value.
So I am concerned that the real estate value is going to go down with these changes, not up. It's really an unknown.
Cars and pollution and emission, everything would be a little mess over here. So the home prices would go down if you have too much commercial around the area.
However, these developments are already set in stone, as the city of Parkland has already purchased the land on Nob Hill, and Heron Bay seeks to sell more of it. And areas connecting to these golf courses have already been dug out and changed into canals, separating the neighborhood from the golf courses. But when these beautiful areas are finally bulldozed, what will the residents do?
We're reevaluating whether we actually want to live in Heron Bay now or not. And with this unknown on the value of our property, it may push us to actually move out of Heron Bay faster.
As the residents are forced to come to terms with this commercialization and the bulldozing of these beautiful areas, we can say goodbye to our once beloved Heron Bay. As the community that sounded once like this will begin to sound like this. This is Thomas G. Williams reporting for WMSD-TV News.
Now, reporter Lexi Padowitz spotlights a passionate photography student at MSD, Natalie Scala. Let's check it out.
School, grades, work, due dates, drama. As soon as Natalie gets a camera in her hands, all of those worries melt away.
So photography is important to me because it's a way for me to express my creativity and have fun and just find beauty in the details of the little things and de-stress from everything that's going on in life, in school, and just get to find happiness.
Natalie Scala is a student photographer at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. While many believe photography is just a means of capturing a moment, for Natalie, it's much more.
So photography has kind of always been a part of my life. My mom and my uncle are very much involved in the arts, and my uncle especially did photography very heavily for a while, so I've learned from them.
Natalie was first introduced to photography at a very young age. She first picked up a camera at just 5 years old. Now that Natalie is older, photography is not just a hobby, but also a way to connect with her family.
So I use photography to bond with my family, especially during like family reunions. I like to document everything that's going on, and to be able to like connect with my family by like taking photos of them, but also sharing the love of the art of photography with my mom and with my uncle is really cool.
It was Natalie's mom that first taught her the beauty of photography and how it can provide an escape from the outside world.
Photography is a way for me to escape like the stresses of day-to-day life. You know, school can get really stressful with like AP classes, all these projects, everything, and so can life just with everything going on. So being able to like step outside and take a deep breath and like being able to shoot like whatever I find to be beautiful and be like present in the moment is really cool.
Natalie has also expanded her love for photography into her school life. Natalie is an active member of the photography club at MSD.
Natalie has contributed to Photo Club by being a really active member. She's really enthusiastic about the craft and she shows up to all the meetings.
Natalie is helpful with others. She is very friendly and outgoing. She's a large part of this club.
Natalie's passion for photography has opened her eyes to a world of peace, family, and art that she wouldn't have discovered without it. She continues to expand her love and knowledge for photography by sharing her skills with fellow students at MSD. This is Lexi Padowitz reporting for WMSD-TV News.
There's a new season in MSD's marching band. Here's Ava Nyland with the story of how the Eagle Regiment prepares for the new season.
It's that time of year. The Stoneman Douglas Eagle Regiment Marching Band has begun their spring training in preparation for the next marching season. It's a bit of an adjustment getting used to playing with the new members, which is why having these early rehearsals will be so beneficial to the program later on. It's hard work staying after school during finals week, but no matter how dusty they sound now, all this practice will lead them to good things come by the end of the season.
Obviously, we start out a little bit rough in the beginning, but throughout the season we get better and it's all worth it in the end.
Our sections of the band consist of the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion, all of which received individual attention from different members of the staff during the sectional portion of spring training.
So spring training is going to help us by giving our new members an early start and teaching them the basics of marching and playing and how we do things in the Eagle Regiment so we can be more successful in the future. So this upcoming season, we're going to be going to a few local competitions, and then we're going to a regional in Orlando, and then we're going to end off our season with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
The band is so excited to kickstart their upcoming season, and success will continue to flow with them throughout the year. This has been Ava Nyland from WMSD-TV.
The star of MSD's most recent Flat Stanley production, Jacob Harris, has been through a long journey throughout his theater career. Here's Rachel Geringer with the story.
Jacob Harris is a longtime actor, senior at MSD, a close friend of mine, and most importantly, star of Douglas Drama's most recent kids show.
I play Stanley Lambchop in Flat Stanley, and I've been doing theater for 11 years.
But before he could perform his starring role, he had to method act by doing what Flat Stanley does best, traveling, specifically to Disney World, Florida's premier landmark, which he went to instead of from.
The greatest goods in the galaxy. Oh my god, they're Star Traders. You want to look at Star Traders? Go get them a view of Star Traders. I have 7 stuffed animals of them in my closet currently, and yeah, Stitch is incredible. Stitch, we have a pass. We've besties since probably about 2006, 2007. I can't count the days because they've already counted in my heart.
Disney is his favorite place to travel, as he recounted to me several times throughout the trip. In the past few years, he has been to Disney more than he has in the rest of his life and is planning on being a Disney adult. Although Disney was a blast, soon enough he was back to work, nailing the paper-thin children's character down to a T in rehearsals. Then it was over. The show came and went fantastically.
I definitely think the children enjoyed this production. They were screaming the whole entire show. They would interact with us on stage, so that was something that was really adorable. I just loved being able to hear all them screaming and pointing and telling us what to do, because they really love to interact with us and try to be part of the story along with us. So.
As his time as Stanley Lambchop came to a close, so did his time as a Douglas Drama member.
So I actually started Douglas Drama when I was in 7th grade. So Miss Hertzfeld was having auditions for her children's show of Yo Vikings, and we were going to be able to be in the ensemble for that production, but she actually needed an extra 2 young 7th grade boys to be a part of her ensemble for Fiddler on the Roof. So I actually joined Douglas Drama when I was in 7th grade, and I got to be in that production with both of my older sisters.
So, where shall his travels lead him next?
To stay, I'd want to continue my career in the arts. I obviously love musical theater. That's what I'm going to be doing in college. I'm going to be pursuing a BFA in musical theater at Emerson College, and I hope to continue performance throughout my future, as well as work on graphic design. That's also something I'm very interested in as well.
Mazel tov and happy trails, Jacob. This is Rachel Geringer reporting for WMSD-TV News.
And I don't really know what's going on, but...
Many students have taken an AP class this year, and the exams have just recently ended. Let's take a further look at exam week at MSD.
AP exams just passed this week, and the AP students here at Stoneman Douglas have been working all year for this 1 week of exam after exam with a back-to-back schedule of tests every day. Though some tests were tougher than others, teachers and students both have done incredible work in preparation for College Board to test their knowledge.
I think we did pretty well. I think the test was fair. I think they were well prepared, hopefully. And most of the feedback I've got has been pretty solid, so I can't wait for July to see what the grades were.
With countless sources of information, both provided by teachers and on the internet, there is no doubt that students were well prepared for this exam season. Though the exam week definitely felt long, students say they feel confident in their scores this exam season.
I am a little nervous about my scores, but I think overall I should do well in all of them. Maybe not physics, but we'll see how that goes. I think overall it's going to be a good year.
AP exam scores usually come out towards the end of the summer, with this year being no exception. Scores will be released on your MyAP account on July 5th, 2023.
My hardest exam was definitely AP Physics 1. Overall, it's supposed to be the hardest exam with a passing rate of 42% and a perfect rate of 7%. And I definitely feel I didn't fall within that 7% range, but I think I might have pulled through enough to fall within the 42%. It was definitely a tough time.
AP exams are definitely a nerve-wracking time of year, but the AP teachers here at MSD have helped to prepare their students through incredible determination to see everyone succeed.
And that's it for this week's newscast. Be sure to subscribe to see more school news like this. And don't forget to be positive, be passionate, and be proud to be an Eagle. See you next time!